What's up, guys? It's been a hot minute. What's new with 7 Days to Die? Twitch drops. That's a thing. It's been nice to see like my streamer friends get like giant boosts in their streams. Fun pimps are starting to go down the Twitch drops and the microtransactions and DLC road. A lot of people have a lot of feels about that, and my personal opinion, well, it doesn't really matter. But if it allows them an opportunity to hire the right people to do the right things to make the game right, then it's right, as long as it doesn't turn into like a pay to win situation. So those armors were advertised as being complete and being in the game and going to be in 1.0 when it released. So they admitted the armor out of the 1.0 update and then sold it to you. That's a sleazy business practice, and it's not something that I could really get behind. So October 1st was 2.4 stable. They fixed the ability to jam your vehicle into a cop car and have it not trigger a zombie, which was a brilliant thing. I mean, that was just a brilliant thing. I suspect maybe 2.5, maybe, and then 3.0. And in 3.0, we're going to see empty jars. Yes, but there's more. And I'll get to that in a second. A new smell system. The thing about calling it a new smell system, it's not new. It was removed and now they're selling it back to you. This is a common theme with the fun pimps. They add a feature, they remove a feature, and then a couple of years later, they advertise it as a new smell system. Now it says watch what you carry or watch what you eat. I don't know why you would ever watch what you eat. Are they bringing turds back? You know, are zombies going to be attracted to human feces? Because turds were a thing you would find in toilets, and you used it to make fertilizer. So they have the apiary workstation. They've also talked about doing the chicken coop, which I think is more important than the apiary. Better storms with unique debuffs, mitigation, and temperature. Again, all this stuff was removed, and they're now adding it back and creating a hype for it. But that actually brings me to my next point, is Joel. Joel has a big mouth. He likes to argue on Reddit. I think he should probably stop doing that. But when Joel does go out there on Reddit, he gives away spoilers. So here's this post. The fun pimps read it, throw it in the fire, bandits delayed. And Joel replied to this. That's laughable. You were comparing what one guy game jammed in 10 years ago in 2 days to what was added by a staff of 100 over years of hard work. The removal was 0.1% compared to what was added. For your information, jars, smells, and weapon combining are back. So he gave away something that he probably shouldn't have. But here's the funny thing. He's got a negative 18 on Reddit. Just curious, what do you miss so much that we removed? Dude, the list is massive. Now look, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't know for certain because there's so much like misinformation, and there's so much just like information in general around 7 Days to Die that I don't know. But I think it's close. More things have been removed than things have been added. So when Joel's over here talking about what 100 people did over a period of however long, 10 years, what Joel sees is invisible work, dealing with red tape and like a lot of little back end shit that you and me, the player base, we don't see. You know what we see? We see developers that can't figure out what the fuck they want to do. Like they can't figure out if they want to do learn by doing, and so they change that, and then they go to an XP based system, so they change that, and then they go to like a learn by reading system, and you know that doesn't work. I wish that Lunatic Mouse would have went deeper on this. The entire farming mechanic is huge. I mean, God, they could have added 10 things like Darkness Falls did. Coconut trees and banana trees and rice. They added wheat. They added tomatoes, carrots. I don't know, dude. I just don't get it. I don't know why they got rid of the farming mechanic. And Joel replies here, we got the new sweet terrain shader in and was told there's not enough textures, so fertilized dirt got the axe instead of 2 biomes. We lost the plains biome for that too, but the modders were able to bring that back within like a month. Was there some sort of red tape in it that prevented you from getting certified because of something? We are bringing back weather just didn't want that old system causing grief when working out the new system. Okay, just say that. Or I have a better fucking idea. Work out the new system first. You are in 1.0. You went gold, okay? Like, you're not in early access anymore. The dynamic snow system. It was so jaw-dropping when I first experienced snow falling and covering the maple forest in the snow. Absolutely floored me when that happened. It was weird, it was jank, but it was cool. We didn't have a good shader programmer at the time, and the list of bugs grew, so it was cut. It was cool when it worked. Out of all of the ones that I feel like is probably justified for cutting, is probably that one. But here's the thing, Joel. When 2.0 came out and you advertised it as the storms brewing, these people like Lunatic Mouse, who were bringing up the dynamic snow system, that's what they thought they were gonna get. You know, that's what it sounded like. Number 3, learn by doing is difficult. Stop right there, Joel. Darkest Falls, it works fine. It's more action based than like crafting based. Starfield used it and you had to break your leg a million times to level up. Obviously that's not what you wanted, and obviously Starfield has some fucking work to do. I don't even know what Starfield is. Not every skill is easy to learn by doing, so magazines made more sense to us at the time. Crafting a 10,000 stone axes was never fun. Like, so balance it. Like, why are you yeeting things instead of just balancing them? Like, are you not capable? I do have a list of things that don't exist anymore. I'm not even gonna bother with that shit. Heard it all before. We're bringing back things that we missed as well. That's legit. That's a legit statement. To be optimistic and be objective about the situation. Obviously, some things, of course, had to get the yeet for one reason or another. While this other thing gets worked on, it's a process. He says, as I mentioned in another thread, not every delete was what we wanted to do, but what we had to do. That's also fair. The programmer says we only get so many terrain textures, so the farming got nuked and we lost the plains biome. No one wanted it, not even us. But they weren't about to throw away the new shader after months of work to make everything look 5,000 times better, so we were faced with deleting content to make it work. I don't understand why the developers have so much trouble when the modders get it done in a matter of hours. Sorry, but if you want more toys, you have to throw away some old ones because your closet is full. Some things are coming back that were disabled due to time constraints and got broken. Some things are coming back because we're yelling at you to bring them back. Like I said, Joel does have a big mouth, but if you go deeper and you go to his profile and you can see everything he's ever said, here's another little spoiler for you. No other game on the planet ejects an empty container that you ate it in. If jars come back, crafting of them will be gated by the crucible. So if jars come back and they're craftable, then you won't be able to craft them without a crucible. Like I said, Joel's got a big mouth, so now we know that they'll be gated by a crucible. Here's another one where he got ratioed, and we'll see what that one has to say. Zerf says, hold on while they've revamped core gameplay systems again. Until it's great, yes. I mean, it was already great once. I hate to use the term washed up here, but you've kind of missed your mark by about 8 years, fella. The developers, they need to remove the magic. And when I say magic, I'm talking about the candy that gives you a random, XP boost. If you take this, then you get this. If you're wearing this, then you get this. And in Alpha 16, it was, if you're wearing a coat in the desert, not only are you stupid, but you're hot and you're dying. Now, if you take off your coat, it's better, but you're still hot. Drink a little bit of yucca juice, drink water, just drink in general. Put on a nice poncho, dress appropriately, put on a tank top, put on a pair of shorts, like things that actually make sense. And I've said it a million times before. Us survival fans, we don't demand strict realism. We demand reasonable, because you can't have everything be strictly realistic. Now, there are some games that really do lean into the realism of things, such as The Long Dark is a good example. So like Long Dark, Green Hell, Stranded Deep, Alpha 16 can hold up against those. Alpha 16 can compete. 1.0 and 2.0, They're way too RPG like to be put in the same category. It just doesn't work. We do want it to be reasonable. Like glass jars, they were overpowered. They did need a balance. Once they were in there, it became a thing that you got used to, and the removal of them was absolutely stupid, because it was one more magic thing where, you know, you have a dew collector that collects water, but it magically collects water and puts it in this jar that when you drink it, you magically consume the jar and everything. I mean, for God's sakes, you have broken glass in the game. When you eat it, you die. Make it reasonable. 2.0 is still, in my opinion, an absolute fucking travesty. They've made some changes. They've made some strides towards getting back to survival. I also happen to know that they are adding more sandbox options. So like they're gonna add things like, and don't quote me on this, the ability to turn traders on or off, or turn trader quests on or off, turn trader protection on or off. How hungry do you get? You know, maybe you can turn wellness on, turn wellness off. These are all things that they could be optional. You can give console at least the bare minimum options of like quality of life mods, you know, being able to turn the trader protection off, or just like not have any traders in your world at all.